Alrighty, we're back. I don't have a life. Confessions of a Nosy Neighbor Lady show. I'm your Nosy Neighbor Lady. This your Nosy Neighbor Lady show. You all know I don't have a life. That's not really a confessions, but no. I just feel like since we did that one shaming video about the shaming single mothers, then we kind of did like the shaming for makeup and nails and hair or eyebrows, or is eyeliner makeup or eyebrows makeup, what's not makeup. We'd be here all day, right? But I wanted to do the shaming that's going on with black women, because we know every chance black women get, they have to tear down another black woman and make her feel insecure, make her feel bad, because in fact the woman who is usually shaming and blaming is the actual insecure one. But I think that all this shaming black women who actually want a mate, or who actually wants a man, whether he's a regular man or whether he's a millionaire, and whether it's obtainable or not, and black women actually saying that they want a man of means or a man with something. Women who live in reality on the ground, they know that of course nobody's really going to find a millionaire. Of course nobody's going to find a billionaire. Somebody somewhere might get lucky, but we know those aren't the realities of it. But we do know that some women actually do want love. Some women actually do want help. Some women might want marriage. Some women might want a fling. Some women might just want somebody to come change their tire if they don't have AAA. But AAA is a great investment for a year. I did it for years. Had a cousin, she hooked me onto it. Great investment if you're a single woman. And you only pay like this one-time fee for the year. It's definitely worth it. But it's just like, women don't go around shaming the women who say they want a cat and a dog and a fish and a mouse with a house. Like, nobody shames black women when they say, I don't want to ever be with a man ever, or I'm okay by myself. But in fact, you all are shamed for that. I can take that back. I think men shame you all for that more than anything. I don't think that women particularly care, or I think they shouldn't care if you want to never find a man again. I think for your own health, your own mental health, just a life of loneliness, I think is dangerous. And not loneliness as in not having a mate, but a life of loneliness that we see for black women. With black women trying to really get away from the black community, with black women getting away from their black families, with black women really not wanting to have anything to do with other black people. And if you will find another community of people, or your own tribe, or your own friends, or a substitute family, or a substitute sister, of course these people will never truly be your family. But there are a lot of people who say family is not blood. But even me, thinking about myself as a woman who doesn't ever really want to see my family like ever again, and could care less if I ever be accepted, or ever be loved, or ever invited anywhere with my family, I might be a woman who never has a family again. Even losing all my friendships with other black women and them falling apart, and that journey that I've been on with you all, and you all know it if you've been over here for a while. But just never having a friend, never having a family, then never having a lover or a spouse or a man to make me feel special, or to talk to, or to validate me. You know, on here you all have really been my emotional support. You all have been my everything as far as social interaction or social connection. That's not healthy. Do I do it? Yeah, out of habit, but it's not healthy. So a woman like me wanting a man, why should I feel bad because I want a man? A young lady actually came over here. She was like, oh, don't waste your pretty on a man. To me, wasting my pretty would be to never, ever get a man to help me. But I come from a place where when I did have men, or did deal with men, that men, they were never just because I just loved them. It was because of things they did for me, what they provided to my life, where they took me, what they gave me. It was not necessarily oh, I'm so in love. It was for a good time. It was for whatever necessity that he can feel. He wasn't a billionaire ever. But it's just like for women to be like, oh, you shouldn't want a man and you should be happy single, and why do you need a man to validate you? And believe it or not, men and women are made to go together. Believe it or not. I know we live in this LGBTQ time where people think that, I don't know what you all think. I often wonder, do black women think at all often at times? But there's nothing wrong with wanting a man. Even with the women who kept like wanting marriage with me, and nothing wrong with marriage. Nothing wrong with wanting marriage. But then it's the question, what type of marriage is it? And are you willing to be the breadwinner for the rest of your life if you're dealing with a black man? Or are you willing to be a hospice care wife if you're trying to get married older? And we know women outlive men. We know women are often more healthy than men at older ages. So those women are faced to decide and feel how they want. But the shining and shunning of marriage, because in the black community, marriage isn't celebrated, and people really don't get married, and black people really don't know how to relationship, whether it's romantic or family or friend or whatever the relationships are. Black people don't know how to relationship. Very, very toxic dynamics, very drama filled, very vengeful, very envious and jealous, and just nothing nobody really wants to be a part of who has any sense. But not with another black person. But it's just like, why do women feel the need to want to hate on women who want a man? Like, where's that coming from? It's rooted in black women feel like black women don't deserve it, because black women themselves feel like they don't deserve it. And it's so sad that we really, everything is just coming back around to black women hate, black women jealousy, black women need for competition, black women need for another black woman to be down for her to feel up, black women need for having to feel better than another black woman at any means necessary over any little thing. And it's just so troubling, and it's divisive, and it just really makes black women, for one, look bad all over the internet, but then for two, it just really make black women just really give up on black women and not ever want to be around black women anyway, any day, anywhere, ever. And it's really sad that black women are pushing each other away, and that black women are really pushing black women to that point. Because even as a black woman, I come on here and I play this patty cake game with you all. I really kind of didn't accept the fact that I'll probably never find a black woman friend in real life. And it's very sad, and it breaks my heart to even know that whatever years God gives me, that they will be filled with either nobody if I never meet anybody, but it'll never be a black woman, not a black woman for me. And it hurts my heart, and it hurts my feelings, but I know she would try to destroy me. Ultimately, her jealousy, hate, and envy will destroy me. But it's just like, but shaming other women who want to be with somebody, it's just like, girl, if you're an LGBTQ member and you want a black woman, girl, go find you one. There's plenty of us out there. Or if you just don't want other black women to be happy, you really need to look inside yourself and see what's wrong with you. Men might not make women happy, but black women are used to being with men who don't have anything and don't give them anything, and who don't bring anything of quality to their life. So yeah, anybody would say what you need a black man for. Like, of course anybody would say that. Anybody with sense would say that if you're dealing with black men. But there are definitely women who are signing out of the Blackistan crew and the Blackistan brigade and the black bull, what do y'all call it? The Boolululu something? You know, you got to call Blackistan everything but what it is, because it don't make no sense at all. But it's just like the entitlement of these women to be mad at a woman for wanting a man in a human species where men and women go together. Yeah, they're supposed to mate. Men and women are supposed to be together. No woman is an island. No man is an island. Just because we live in this new world or new culture and you all just kind of say things for shock value or say things out of not having knowledge or say things because it's trending. Stop trying to bully women who want men, who are heterosexual, and who wants help or money or prestige or status or even just dates or gifts or love or attraction or lust, whatever that is. Everybody don't want to be in a Lonely Hearts Club. It's not that fun. It might be fun to you, but to find love, you have to be willing to get your heart broke. To find anything of value, you have to put yourself out there to go get it. But if you want to be single forever, that's fine. But everybody doesn't want to be single forever. Everybody doesn't want a 4B. So, like, what is the benefits of trying to bully women into not wanting a man? How does that benefit another woman if she's not into women? I'll wait, but there is no benefit. The only benefit is that you're hoping and wishing and praying she feels like you, and that's not possible because we're not a monolith. Even though we say it, but black women want everybody to be a monolith, and we want everybody to be one skin tone, and we want everybody to wear the same hairstyle, and we want everybody to be the same weight and the same height, and that's not real life, you all. That's not real life, and we know that black women have a lot of issues with fact and fiction. We know that around here. But if a woman want a man, but y'all just don't want nobody getting no help to me, or actually finding happiness, or actually finding love, or actually, if they do have children, have a father for their child if they're dating out. But I think a lot of black women feel like they're going to be left behind, and in fact, you will be left behind. But anybody who wants anything got to work for it, got to want it, got to go get it. Black women are behind anyway. But what does a woman having a man got to do with your life? It's just giving, really, you want a man. That's what it's giving. You just don't want to do what it takes to get one. You don't want to put yourself out there. You don't want to dress up. You don't want to risk rejection. We all are risking rejection. We're all risking people not believing and thinking how we think they should think. That's one thing about being with people. You don't think exactly the same. Look, Tia Tamara don't even think the same. So it's just like, what's tea, girl? You're so miserable and depressed that you just want to spread it everywhere and you're not happy unless everybody is unhappy like you. It's not fun being depressed. It's not fun being lonely. Just because we do it or we choose it or we feel like we like it. I indeed like being lonely. But I need help. Everybody don't have $50 billion. Everybody don't have great jobs where we can just buy this and buy that and fill our loneliness void with food and shopping and whatever other addictions that we all might have. I don't have money to be talking about I don't want no man. When I think of a man, I think about money. I think about dates. I think about gifts. I think about somebody giving me a few dollars to put in my pocket. I don't think about, oh, we're going to run into the sunset and get high off of love. I don't think like that. So whatever reason women do want a man, and whatever reason you don't want a man, that's a conversation that don't got nothing to do with you. Again, we back to the same stuff. Black women always commenting on something or in something that don't really have nothing to do with them. If you don't want it, that's fine. You don't have to scream from the hilltop that everybody else shouldn't want it because you don't want it. That's very That's very childish and childlike. It's a children's mindset. I want to play bingo, so everybody should want to play bingo because I want to play bingo. For you all to be as old as you all are, it just seemed like you all would have learned some type of skill sets by now. I really don't know how some of you all function like this. But a lot of people look at the Black Hispanic community and wonder how is it even functioning. But the truth is, it's not functioning. It's really finna crash down. That's the truth, and it's really finna go away and disappear for real. Because black women are saying, heck no, I won't go. I don't want to reproduce. And I don't blame those women. I don't blame those women. Y'all want to break generational cycles and curses? Break them by not procreating. By telling your kids not to procreate. Somebody will, of course. But the best thing is to not do it. Unless it's with another race of man and you're guaranteed a father for your child in a stable home. Of course, it's not going to be perfect. No relationship is. And when women want to red flag you and red flag you to death, it just always brings me back to what do you all really want. And you all need to decide what you want. And you take that and live your life as you want to. Not to try to make and bully other people into living their life a certain way. I think any woman need a man somewhere. Now, you might not necessarily need a man, which is fine. But if you're sexually active, you would need a man to do that if you're heterosexual, unless you're just going to masturbate forever. And nothing wrong with it. I'm not against masturbating forever. I'm not a good masturbator. Not very good at it. Not that much fun for me. But if you're going to be active or have intercourse anyway, why would you do it with no type of benefits? Benefits of a relationship, benefits of dates, benefits of money, or benefits for whatever a man can bring to your life. It doesn't make sense. Because we can't act like people are going to be celibate for the next 40 years of their life. We can do that and say that. It's not realistic. Yeah, celibacy is trending now. Some people are really doing it. Some people are abstinent. Some people are celibate. Some people are just lying on the internet because it sounds fun and cool. Because I believe a lot of black people have sex addictions and don't want to be honest about it. But it's still like, and I think it's more too about that dating out. Y'all just don't want black women to date out, but it's too late. It's too late. Way too late. And then still, what does a woman, what she's doing with her vag got to do with you? If you look at another woman's life as a measurement of how you should live your life, you should use that as inspiration, not as competition. But that's what they say. Jealousy is wanting what somebody has. Envy is you don't want what they have. You just don't want them to have it. You don't even want what they have. You just don't want them to have it. And it's just, that's a terrible place to live because it's going to manifest as hate. It's going to manifest as stress, anxiety, heart attack, strokes. All this stuff will eventually catch up. You can't live your life there. How do you get free? I don't know. By minding your business? Maybe. Maybe. I got a lot of videos on here about a lot of stuff. I bet if you click one, you might get free. And it's just like, black women as a whole, it's just like you can't please black women. Because black women just don't want you to be happy. There's no real motives for the things that black women do and say. They really don't want other black women to be happy. And if you live your life in accordance to what black women are saying, you will be disappointed. And a lot of it is not real and a lot of it is false. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm the best person in the world, but I think I'm mighty fine. But I'm just saying that to say, let black women live their lives how they want to. Just because you're sad or miserable or feel like your life didn't do what it was gonna, you thought it was gonna do. Newsflash, nobody's life did what they thought it was gonna do. Even the girl with the top job or the top this or the top that, believe me, she's disappointed somewhere in her life. Nobody's life turned out how they thought it would. And I just don't think it's fair to keep taking your disappointment out. Well, black women who have disappointment in themselves, I don't think it's fair to keep taking it out on other black women. I just don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right, and I don't think it's solving anything. And I don't think it's not like, it's who is it profiting? But it just all saddens me often. But if a girl want a man, let her want a man. Let her get a man. Let her do her. Or just admit that you want a man, girl. Or just admit that you want to see somebody struggle with their children by themselves, without a date, without gifts, without help, without whatever you think a man is bringing to her life. But women who know men know that when a man enters your house, he should have something. I just saw some, matter of fact, and the girl said, my mom got so upset. I'm dating this guy. He's a doctor. He came over my house without nothing, and she was so mad, and I don't know why. And it was so funny that Shira didn't know. She said, well, I don't know what that was about. But I do. I do. Every time a man came over my house, he had to bring me something. Something had to be in his hand. But just visiting for who somebody is, no. No. For who you are, no. Black women date like that. It's not a smarter dating tactic. I want to love you. Love is cute and nice, but love don't pay nobody bills. And it's for me and my dating status. I want a man because I need help. I want a man because I want my she-go stroked. I want a man because I want to get out the house and see something in the world before I die. On somebody else's money, not on my money. Okay? So black women just have a hard time understanding that, because black women never dated for money or means or value or anything that helped their life. It was just to say, I got a man. And he's doing humps and the bumps with me, and that's all he provides me. It's humps and the bumps. So he started humping and bumping everybody else. Never bringing any type of quality to her life. No quality to her children's lives. And black women are just used to those type of things, and it's very sad indeed. It's very sad indeed. So for all the shaming and blaming that black women do to make other black women feel bad, it's just really aggravating, and I wish they stop, but we know they can't stop. But it's just like, get away from those black women. They don't want you to be happy. That's all it's about. Even with that decentering men, everybody should decenter men, but people are out here having intercourse though. So how do you decenter and feed your intercourse needs? Because it's fake. It's fake. Or if women want to decenter, they can. Some women are really doing it for reasons of their own. And that's fine. But everybody don't want to do it. And the reality of the situation, any woman who is attracted to males and still younger, she's going to want a guy. She's going to want a man. She's going to want somebody to call her own, or she's going to want somebody just for the things that men bring, if they're a real man. So, I'll see you on the flip side, dip side. We'll do it again on the 99 Trend. Stay beautiful and smart and wonderfully you. And I will do what I'm going to do, and you do what you do. And we're going to make it do what it do.